There's a reason why we call it monk mood. There's a reason why people that want to make money, or people that want peace of mind, that want to work on themselves, or people that simply already have money, suggest you to go into monk mode. Honestly, I heard about this monk mode long time ago. I never really did it, simply because I was extremely scared. I was scared of the fact that, will my friends still be there? Can I do this for 6 months in a row? Can I actually focus so long? What if I fail? Will something happen to me? Or will I just have to forget about my dream? Honestly, I started my monk mode 2 months back without even knowing it. I just found myself in this situation, and now that I'm trying to understand what happened in the previous 2 months, damn, I entered into my monk mode. Now, let me tell you how loneliness will actually make you extremely powerful. And I'm gonna give you also a couple of examples, of course, as always, of my life, because I want you to feel that you can relate to my stories, that will explain you actually why being alone is such a powerful thing. And no, it doesn't make you any worse person in this world. It doesn't make you rude. It doesn't make you even selfish. It makes you grounded. It makes you powerful. I want to start by talking about the fact that the first time I broke up, because just for your information, I had the same relationship with, no, I had 2 different relationships with the same person. When we broke up the first time, I entered into my monk mode, simply because I had only one friend that I was talking with. All the rest of people, I would have never called them friends. I was always really selective when it came to friends and to having people around me, because I don't know, I feel like I have the Slavic mindset. I get exhausted really easily. I don't like to give my energy to everyone. So I have a personality that I show to people that I don't know, and another personality that I show to people that I love, simply because one is in eco mode, the other one is in sport plus mode. I entered into my monk mode, and in fact I was making extra money. I was losing weight. I lost around, I don't even remember, between 20 and 30 kg, I don't know, 30 kg. I was the best version I could be in that moment. And when I went back with this person, at this point, talk about him at this point, let's say you have a relationship or you have a lot of friends, they might love you, but knowingly or unknowingly, they will not set you up for success. They will not really support your ideas, your business ideas, unless you're already successful. I will give you an example. I was working with my friends, so we were working in the same company, and they were also my friends, right? And I had a really amazing friend, a male friend, that I was always showing my videos to, all right? The videos, the quality of the videos was literally higher than this one, because I had a microphone, I had the proper lighting, 3 different big lights looking at me in my nice apartment, with proper words, with all the facial expressions, and looking straight forward to the camera. So that videos would have blowed out. But when I showed him these videos, simply because maybe he was making videos for someone, I don't know, he was telling me, no, you gotta say more of this, you gotta do more of that, you gotta add some extra, I don't know, things happening to capture people's attention. And I'm like, all right. So I didn't post that first video. Even though it was edited, it costed me, I think, around 10 hours of work between filming it and editing it, and let's say other 5 hours of work because I had to clean the apartment perfectly before making the video. So honestly, when I saw all of that effort being kinda not dragged down, but you gotta do better before you start, you gotta do better, I was like, is it even worth it? Do I have the time and do I have the capability to do something like this? And the answer was no. You are trying to compare me with a multi-millionaire YouTuber that has an editor, a video maker, a makeup artist, a maid, and I even canceled the maid again because I told you I have to put money on the side. A maid, and oh, not even the maid, because she's not even filming in her own apartment. She's filming in a podcast studio. So this is all investments that I cannot make. So you are asking me that I have to start something that I don't know if it's gonna work out, even though I will try my best to give the value out, with that hard work that I have to put in. Let me tell you something. I never published a video. The idea to publish my first video was actually in July. Do you know when I published my first video? 2 weeks back. Why? Because I left the company, I found myself alone, the group of friends disappeared. I just found myself alone. And I found myself that actually I don't have to ask for advice to anyone who is not successful online. I don't have to ask advice, by the way, to anyone. Because when I was doing a course to build my platform, my online presence, they told me, please just start, just build your brand, just let people know your personality, who you really are. And with the time, you can be more composed, you can be more like formal, etc. But you are formal for who? No one is still looking at you at the moment. So just do what you have to do and forget about likes, about audience, about everything. So this to tell you guys that when I had someone that I loved that was trying to help me, in reality it did just block me from reaching my goal. I also had a person, a male figure in my life that was also taking too much time of mine. Did I learn something? Yes. That if I want someone in my life, this person must accept that I will put myself first. Because, let's talk woman to woman. Once we're gonna have children, once we're gonna be married, but especially once we're gonna have children, you are not gonna be there for yourself as first priority. The first priority will be the household, will be your children, will be always someone else. So if you don't set the foundation of a proper lifestyle in order to arrive to that scenario in your life prepared, to still don't put yourself as a full priority but still have a nice life, then a man that comes into your life must understand this. And that's actually what women understand about men. Women put themselves second when the boyfriend is working hard into building himself, into building the foundation for the family. Why do they do that? Because the man knows it might be this woman, it might be another one. I have to build a foundation to build a family. Without the foundation, I cannot take this woman and I cannot ask her to marry me. And as a woman, without the foundation, I cannot take the risk and simply marry the first man it happens in my life. So we need, as women also, and especially nowadays, to enter into monk mode, to enter into our me era, be alone, and do the work. Because when I did it once, it worked. When I did it twice, it worked. And now that is the third time in my life that I end up in monk mode without planning it, it's working again. So as I told you already, the first time when I broke up the first time, then when I again started giving my energy to friends and giving my energy to my ex again, everything faded. My gains, body-wise, I stopped doing videos. I was only doing a couple of TikToks, nothing really serious. The second monk mood came when I broke up again. Yeah, habibti. I swear I need to be single. When I broke up again with the same person. And this monk mood came simply because I changed completely continent. Like, I was living in Germany back then, and I came here to Dubai. So I didn't know anyone. So I literally was alone, and everything was working properly. Everything got ruined when again I made friends. And these friends, and when I came here in Dubai, I was not drinking alcohol for literally 2 years, because this thing is only ruining my body and is not giving me anything at all. And I don't even have to put time, put effort or anything to be with someone and drink with someone. And I'm not gonna drink alone because I'm not depressed anymore, because I'm losing weight, because I'm living my best life, because I'm going to the gym, because I'm making money. So that's what I was thinking. Issues started again when I made friends here in Dubai. And I remember I drank the first time with this friend of mine, and yeah, she took me a couple of times to the club, and I was like, never again, never again. It was the worst experience of my life after the German club. Guys, I'm not made for clubs, I'm not made for that. But I was like, I'm not working at the moment because I got fired back then. The third monk mood came when I found myself alone. I cancelled a couple of people from my life, and other people simply left my life because of several reasons. And honestly, I noticed the damage that these people had in my life. The psychological, not even psychological, but spiritual damage that these people had into my life. And I had to heal from that. So I gave myself a couple of weeks to breathe, to understand what my goals were, to understand what I wanted actually in my life. And at the same time, I'm not doing what makes me happy. I don't feel good. Every weekend that comes by, even when I was working, I was feeling extremely low. I was feeling not depressive. And at this point, you can come to me and be like, yeah, because you have issues, mental issues, etc. No, it's because I was not doing what I had to do to be happy. And honestly, what makes you really happy is not the cocktail that you go drink with your friends. Is you knowing what is the reason why you're living and pushing towards that goal. I feel nowadays more confident, stronger, happier, more fulfilled than when I had my group of girlfriends and we were going to have a cocktail or have a brunch together or any type of girl activity. I can tell you this example. The day before starting work, no, sorry, it was a Saturday, so the first day of work was a Monday. After I needed that 2 days off from everyone in order to get ready for work. Not because my work is heavy, because honestly I had 2 weeks off, but because I was feeling depressive, so I needed to find a way to push myself up. But instead of respecting myself and take some time off, I accepted to go out with my friends. And let me tell you something. That Saturday that I went out with my friends, I'm not talking about alcohol, I'm not talking about anything. We just went out. It drained my energy because I thought I would have felt better after going out with friends. But instead of feeling better, I just felt more guilty of the fact that I did not respect my own boundaries, because at the end of the day the activity that we did were not that amazing or exceptional. Like, I don't really value going to a coffee with a friend unless you go with your own laptop and you're doing some work. But just to go on a coffee, unless you have to talk about growth and these type of things, I don't really value that type of time. I don't value just sitting and talking about how to get this from a man. Sara, get 2-3 men please, don't stuck with one. I don't respect that type of time spending. So I really felt like guilty. I felt like I betrayed myself. And the Sunday I could not recover. I'm talking about spiritually. I'm not talking about physically or because I drank or anything. I could not recover from that. And I ended up having a really hard first week in the company. Only because I gave 4, 5, 6 hours to my friends. I ended up feeling extremely tired the whole week, and the whole Sunday I was like this, because I felt like I really did not listen to myself. Every time I'm trying to say to my friends, no, today I'm not available, but instead of saying that, I just free myself, and that is actually not respecting your boundary. A lot of times I had maybe my lash appointment, my nail appointment, I pushed it back, and I even found a new salon, because of course you're canceling last minute's appointment and you feel guilty of rescheduling, so you just go somewhere else. And I went out with my friend that invited me last minute. And this is something that now I don't have to deal with, and I don't think I will deal with this type of behavior anymore, because now that I'm living by myself, now that I don't have anyone, I feel so free that I understand the boundaries that I need to put in order to feel the same type of respect towards myself and freedom. So now I'm learning all the boundaries to put, that when someone will come in my life, I will just put them. No, I'm not gonna go there. When I entered into my third monk mode, I literally had to go through the depressive phase, because I had to understand where my problems were coming from. My problems were coming from the fact that I was not doing enough for myself. The reason why I was feeling so down and so depressed is not because I have psychological issue, and I think that this is something that is about a lot of people that don't have psychological issue. I'm not talking about everyone, I'm talking about the majority of people that do feel depressed. I think that they feel depressed because they're not doing the bare minimum for themselves. That's the main reason. It's literally 8:57. Oh my god, I'm reaching late. They're not doing enough for themselves. And I had to have this call with my male friends over and over again on a daily basis for hours and hours, complaining, both of us, because both of us, we were feeling the same. And then we just ended up with a conclusion. I was like, Sara, you're not living the life that you want to live. Yes, you're living a comfortable life, but you're not living the life that you want to live. You never really wanted to settle for a 9 to 5. You never really wanted to work like this. You always wanted to build something yours. And the excuse of, yeah, but I need this person to disappear, yeah, but I need more freedom, I need more time, I need this, I need that. I don't need anything more. I have the same money, I have the same time as all the people that build themselves had when they started. So there's nothing that I'm missing in order to start my goal. And that's how I understood that I had to work towards my goal, that I could not anymore go on like this. And that's when I took accountability of all the mistakes that I did, putting other people before me, and putting myself into selfish mode, into monk mode, into me mode, and I'm doing everything what it needs to be done to achieve the goal that I have. And let me be honest with you, I'm tired. Does someone care? No. Would I feel tired if I would not work for myself? Would I feel tired if I just go out on coffee date with my girlfriends and go out with guys on dates? Yes, because the type of tiredness that I feel, the type of depth that I feel when I don't do the things that I need to do to improve myself are mental. Because I can tell you, when I was not doing videos on a daily basis, when I was not doing my best to build myself, I was waking up at 5 in the morning with a video idea. I would think, let me write it down, and then be like, I'm so tired, I will write it down once I'm gonna wake up. How many times do you think I wrote down that idea? How many times do you think I recorded that video? Never. Because my mentality is, I would rather feel physically tired because I'm doing the best to build myself than mentally tired because I know that I meant for more, but I'm not willing, I'm afraid to put in the work. That's the thing. And that's when I entered my third monk mode. You have to be alone in your life, because no one owns you anything. No one will give you anything for free unless they're really generous, unless they're really pure. No one will pay the price of your future. It's gonna be only your responsibility. But people love to judge. People love to give unwanted advices. People love to keep you stuck. Do you know how many women, when I was losing my weight, now I'm not talking about when I lost 10 kilos, because now I am on 30 plus kilos less from the worst that I was, all right? When I lost my, when I was losing my weight, do you know how many women came to me and were like, you look so good now, oh my god, you're like a goddess, you don't need to lose more weight. And at the moment it feels nice to hear that, but then you're like, if I look at you, I don't feel that you have the best body ever. Actually, you have more fat than me. So why are you giving me this advice if you yourself, you know that you have to put in the work, you're just not putting it? So since you see me do what you're not doing, why you're not pushing me forward and be like, oh my god, I admire you because you're doing it. I'm just at the moment not mentally in the position to do it. But a lot of advices that I received to improve myself came from people that never had what I was aiming for. And let me tell you, the advices that I received from people that had what I wanted were always uncomfortable. Their advices were not, you look good now. Their advices were, girl, I think you still should lose some weight there. Girl, you're broke. I think you should put money on the side. Girl, stop going out. Stop partying. Stop this, stop that. But you will see them going to Thailand, going to Japan literally the next day. But they can afford that because they have the pockets for it. I don't have it. So instead of keeping me with the broke mindset of, girl, you only live once, YOLO, go to Japan, spend 2 months of your salary for a nice vacation. They tell me, you don't need vacation. You don't have money for vacation. Build yourself first. That's what they would tell me. And do you think, I am a really masochist person. Do you think that I'm gonna choose the easy hard or the hard that is gonna be easy in the future? Because I know that the easy hard won't build me. The easy hard will only become hard in the next 10-20 years, where I won't have the energy anymore to do the things that I'm doing now. Now I'm literally waking up in the morning, getting ready, dance a little. After dancing, I put some music in the car, I scream, as you see. And after that, I literally start doing my videos. After the videos, I go to the office, I work 10 hours. After working 10 hours, I take my things, I go to the gym. After the gym, I go back home, I have a really nice hot shower, I put some perfume on, I put some nice lingerie. If I have to edit some video, I will edit some video. If I don't have to edit the video, I might wake up the next day at 4 or 5 in the morning to edit the video, and this is my daily life. Oh, sorry, on the weekend, also on the weekend, I go to the gym. Also on the weekend, I edit videos. And also on the weekend, I'm doing everything what it needs to be done. In my calendar, when I have some me time, I literally had to put it in the calendar to force myself to give myself free time. Is literally on a Saturday evening when I will go to Kite Beach and have some me time, literally in my car, where I'm gonna do some brainstorming. I'm gonna talk about the week that I had. I'm gonna check if I achieved all of my goals. That's the only time where I'm gonna have some me time. Literally going to Kite Beach, to drive a little my car, to have some me time where I'm gonna think, and I'm gonna still build my future. So I'm not gonna settle for less at all, and never. So as you know, every time when I start doing reverse is because I reached my work. It's because I reached my work and I'm even late. they're gonna cut my salary soon if I don't go. Love you guys. We'll talk in the next video about other things that are extremely important for loneliness. Really love you really much. Please take care of yourself. Comment what do you think about loneliness, about monk mode. Comment which type of advices did people give you that actually did not help you. And after that, I love you really much. I wish you all the best, and do the job, please, because no one cares if you're gonna make it or not, but no one will pay the price as you will do. Please. End up with a smile as always.